we're at the mercy of technology here. We're not quite sure how long our camera's going to be on. And it's not that we haven't paid the bills. It's just that sometimes cameras take a break, just like human beings.
Yeah.
And we are taking a break Tuesday, Pete.
Yeah, there are little games,
That's
but
weird, huh?
it is, man. But you know what, man? Soccer is just getting hotter and hotter as the playoffs keep going. I guess this is what it feels like to be in San Antonio or Dallas when football season's going around. You know what I mean? These teams are really knocking each other out and making a great run. We were talking about it earlier. Totally think one of these teams can make it to Georgetown. I don't deny that in my mind at all.
Well, the Valley has had a pretty good run recently, last 10 or 12 years. A couple of Brownsville, Hidalgo, Valley View, all these teams are showing they're capable. So I wonder who it would be. Could it be the Sharyland girls?
Maybe. Sharyland's got a tough match against Mac High, but I don't know who I would put favorite there. I mean,
well, Sharyland on paper has an amazing goal differential and such.
They really do.
But McAllen does too. They don't give up a lot of goals and they score their share.
They don't, and they scored their share this weekend against Rivera, and
nice.
You know,
that's a good win. That's a good win for McAllen.
It was Kistan Torren. She had 4 goals.
Oh my God, freshman!
Yeah, I mean that's unheard of, man.
What a great picture too! I saw. I was like,
Arnie's gonna have a great team the next 4 years with her leading the way.
Yeah, man.
But next 3, I should say.
So Sharyland.
I mean, the list goes on. I mean, Daniela Cantu, Set. I mean, you can talk about all their shooters. They all score, and it was
and they moved the ball well.
It was apparent. It was apparent this past week. You know, what was it, 5-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5-0. So we'll see what happens.
What a great game!
Yeah, it should be exciting.
A lot of second round games are great.
Yeah.
In fact, we're looking around, and we'll get to it. Some of the second round games may be harder for some teams than their third round opponent, which is weird.
Exactly. So I mean,
let's stay with girls' playoffs.
Yeah, we can stay with the girls' playoffs. And
what do we got here? We got Southern United.
Southern United.
I think South is going to kill them. I think they're going to beat them.
I think they're going to beat them too. I mean, they faced a tough team in a row, and I would call it a squeak by. It was overtime.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Good playoff win.
Exactly, and
United got taken to the limit.
And I think
by the Jags.
And I think that was the hump they needed to pass, so to speak, to say they're confident enough, they know they can do it, they can get the goal in the net, and which they have been doing
in the clutch.
Yeah.
Well, like this, it's not the South team of 5 years ago, but it's still a very good soccer team, and it may well become or achieve as much as those other teams. But the other teams were the best in the Valley. Everybody was scared to death of them, and with this round, you wouldn't be talking about nothing with South. They just pencil them into the third.
Exactly.
So we'll see. South United, McAllen, Sharyland. How about Lopez and Del Rio? Surely Lopez will kick their tail.
I would assume so. Yes.
We've done well against those teams out there. I think we're going to continue.
I really do think so. We'll see what happens with there, but the one that's going to lead up to Friday is North and Memorial.
Wow, what a game! God, I've been thinking about that one now.
And
we finally got the pairing.
Yeah, I mean, Memorial's good. I mean, they've been a tough team to beat. I mean,
they're like a basketball team that averages about 90. They're a high-scoring team.
They really are. They really are, and it's just going to lead up to what we're thinking is South, obviously, and that would be a great match. I mean, it's
so the winner of Memorial North gets probably South.
Probably, indeed, yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I see Memorial putting up a very good fight. North's going to have to pull out all the guns to beat them.
So in other words, to have a North-South, a John Jakes third-round game, North is going to have to play its best game of the year. They do have kids with playoff experience. Dora Molina, Andrea Guerra, they've been around for 4 years. I think the young kids are going to be looking to them in the early going to set the tone. In other words, the gravitas or the seriousness of a playoff game. I feel like North, similar teams. North will work from the wings and score. They center the ball. They're very athletic. They're good-sized kids. I feel like this is North's chance to show that they belong. Because I think a lot of people are saying Memorial, with that goal-scoring record, this and that, are gonna kick their tails. They might, but I like the fact they're playing at home. Obviously, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Friday night's gonna be rocking over there, man.
It should be good. Edinburgh North, 7 p.m. I believe.
Outstanding. That's a great game. This is some great soccer. Now, what about on the boys?
On the boys' side of the ball, we've got
Sharyland, PSJ North. We're trying to sit around and figure out whether North is really that good. I've been saying I don't think they are all year, and watch them beat Sharyland.
That might be the case. I mean, they did win the district. I mean, they ran away.
They dominated
with that district, and we'll see what happens. It should make out for a good game. That game's going to be over at Sherry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's good for the Rattlers, right? I mean, and that team I still feel is dangerous and has a very long tradition of doing well. Whereas PSG North, has been down for a couple of years, so now they're all of a sudden here. Sometimes you see a team come to that level of the playoffs and take a big hiccup and get beat 4-0 or 4-1.
And this would set up a Rivera Edinburgh North, the winner between them.
Okay, so Sherryland, PSG North.
Exactly.
The winner gets Rivera North.
Yeah.
Boy, that's an underdog thing. North, the boys, they won their first round game. This is going to be way tough.
It really is. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Rivera is who they are. They've pretty much dominated the Valley. And
Lopez and Rivera this
Yeah.
year, yeah. Boy, what a chance for an upset.
Which would
Play
be,
loose, man.
Which
Who
would
cares?
which would be fantastic, and it would work out as a district match if Sherry gets the win.
That's
you know
right.
what I
It'd be
mean?
Sherryland North.
It would be all over again like the regular season, which would come out to great. Now Los Fresnos has Lincoln. I think Lincoln can run away with that. I really do.
Athletically, they're superior. Los Fresno's pretty tough, but I don't know. I think Lincoln still.
And then Palmview and Lopez, they've got it. I mean,
Palmview is a pretty solid team, but Lopez is probably, if not the best, then
yeah,
one or two, three. So
it's rough. It's a rough road for
Lopez
Palmview.
Lincoln, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lopez Lincoln. Think
I
about
would
that. What a
think-
great
I would
game.
think that would set up that match, and I really do think that would be a great game. Where they would play, that'd be a different story. I mean, so
Wesley Cole.
let's not get ahead of ourselves past this week. I mean, there was upsets last week, so
That's right.
We
So-
can't let it happen.
Bottom line is, from my neck of the woods, you got both North teams in. It's been a great season. I expect they don't want it to end. You just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and Sherryland Memorial, both Sherrylands, of course, getting ran. I don't know, man. I really do see one of these teams coming out, even if it is the Bronxvilles. I really do see one of them coming out into making it to Austin. I mean,
We shall see
Yeah.
who that is if your prediction comes
Yeah.
true. So now
We'll
what
see
do we
what
got?
happens.
Where are we going, from soccer to where?
we can go to baseball.
Baseball's good.
I mean,
Baseball's good.
Baseball, Memorial, my district, the big games, Memorial and Westlaco this week.
Nice. Memorial, really, both Diamond teams
Yeah.
have had a good season so
They
far.
really have. They're 2 games behind Row. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's between Westlaco and Memorial. That's the game, and then we'll
Nice.
see what happens with them.
Who does PSJA play?
PSJ, they've got.
Let's see, where's my baseball
I have
here?
your schedule there. I don't have.
That's what we do here.
Oh,
We're
Mackay,
collaborators.
Mackay.
Mackay's on the fringe.
And that's pretty much for the fourth place spot. I mean, Mackay needs to win. There's no other way around it because PSJ's got one on.
and win the rest of the games
Yeah.
they can win. And PSJ Memorial debit is
Yeah.
still kind of a thorn
Yeah.
in their side. But what I tell you, it's hard to get a team to play consistently well every week. And
It's-
the ones that do will be at the top of the stand.
It's tough, yeah, and we'll see what happens. This is pretty much the final push or the final run, as I like to say, till the playoffs come along. You know what I mean? I think the playoff run with soccer will be over, and we'll be getting right into the playoffs with baseball and softball.
Hey, Austin Jackson must be good, huh?
Yeah.
For Roe?
Yeah,
What, he had 26 strikeouts in 2 games
a
last
lot.
week?
Yeah, man. I mean,
They're right there. They're right there. man.
Apparently
can do it.
they like to strike people out at Row.
I know, right? God, strike them out and throw them out. Now, as far as the other districts concerned, we were wondering whether Edinburgh North are going to get through the gauntlet undefeated, and they did.
Yeah.
And it's just a testament to that program. And they are like the football team. In fact, they are the football team. If you look around, you got like 5 guys.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And I mean, but the second spot, everybody's 2 games back and 2.5 games in Sherryland.
That's
back
right,
to
that's
the
right.
Boys. So it's
Still a good race.
Edinburgh High's still in it. You know what I mean?
They've won 3 in a row, and it's time for them to come to the party and get a big win. They've won some close games recently. I feel like that pride of that team is starting to take control.
Yeah.
5-4 has got a chance. Now, that North team, though, is just relentless. I mean, they hit the ball, and they play good defense, and they just get it done, man. And they're kind of a spirited group, like a bunch of football players, aside from some specialists. And I just feel like it gives them a competitive edge sometimes. In other words, football players sometimes can be more cocky in a way. They can be more aggressive, I don't know. I like the team a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's on the way out. We'll see what happens with them. And
Softball.
yeah, softball.
Softball's great.
Softball's getting really good right now. Now, the way I look at it in your district right now, North is obviously in control. I mean,
Wow.
I don't know how
Man.
else to explain it.
They're the best.
And what it's looking like is Sherryland, they're going to want the rematch. And, I think they can get wins over Lincoln, Edinburgh, Donna, and Palmview before that
You
rematch.
count
comes
those
along.
Lady Bobcats out
I'm not
already,
counting them
huh?
out, but I'm saying they can get a possible win.
Yeah, I think so,
definitely
too.
3-1 in that 4-game run.
Yeah, you win 3 out of 4, they're in
Yeah.
good shape. Sherryland right there. Look, EHS Vela is the game on Friday because right now EHS is smarting, man. They're hurting. North took them out. I mean, they just took them out. It was all phases, I don't feel like that the Lady Bobcats played their usual quality of softball the other night. Unfortunately, it came at a bad time. They've now lost 2 to North. They got 3 losses, tied with Vela. That's why Friday's huge, because we're going to see the pride of the seniors on that team, and I guarantee you they come out hard, fast, and accurate against Vela, because they did not play well against North at all.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, once pulling into that stretch again, on the 11th, North has Vela, which will be another good match in itself.
Yeah, for the Lady
Yeah.
Sabercats, okay, so you're doing pretty well. You're right there. You get a little bit more hitting up and down the lineup, which they did the other night against the Jags, and boy, Friday is a big opportunity for them because
It puts them into third.
well, not only that, but it's the Bobcats,
Yeah.
and so Vela finally gets to say we think we're better than you and we're better than you. So I mean, it's an amazing game. You don't want to miss that one. Back to the North softball for a minute. A couple of things I want to mention because I've been thinking about it. One is, did you realize that Sammy Cordone was so graceful at first base? She is an amazing athlete. I mean, she's a big hitter, strong, but she is also a very lethal limb around the bag. She's made some plays this year that it's no wonder she's going to get to go to college and play because she's got really good quickness and anticipation. I can just imagine that she's taken 10,000 of the same foul pops in her life. No one's played more softball. She's just very skilled.
Yeah, repetition.
And Caro Flores, the outfielder, she's a left-handed slap hitter. Compare her to Leanne Hinojosa of VHS, who was a slap hitter who hit ground balls and loopers and was very fast. This gal slaps from the left side hard. I mean, I could see her putting one off the wall in left field. So I mean, it's a power slap hitter. They have no weaknesses, man. They absolutely have no weaknesses. If they play their cards right, then they can dominate the Valley and go 3 or 4 rounds deep.
3 or 4.
Who knows if they will? But right now, the way they're playing right now, no, they're unassailable.
Okay. Well, moving to the other district, San Benito is just taking the top spot, and
And what Roe has to do is not panic.
yeah.
They lost 1 game to a very good team, and so they can still win out and have them lose, and it ain't over yet at all.
Also
Oh, I'm clapping. What am I doing? Rallying. I'm doing rally cap on.
It was tough. I mean, San Benito finally took control of the top spot. They've been chasing it all throughout the whole season. I mean, Roe had been taking that.
Got a little bit tight. Sophomores play like sophomores. Let me tell you this: they're a great team, and I can still predict they can win district. Absolutely.
I see that too. They've got 2 tough matches in Westlake and Memorial coming up, and that's going to be the 2 key games of them winning. And if they pull that off, I mean,
So psychologically, it's to put that behind you and play the way you've been playing all year against these 2 teams who are very good. Yeah, it's an amazing week for
the
them.
playoffs are going to be awesome.
This is the week of the year. It will determine how successful the season will be. I predict that they'll get refocused and come back and take those teams out. Although Westlaco is not bad.
No. We'll see what happens. Like we said, everybody's off today, so we'll see.
And
for the most part.
right, yeah. The district track meets 1 to 3rd, 4th, 5th one. So it's coming up, and we will be there to tell you. Pete is going to predict, as he usually does, and correctly, that we're going to have a handful of kids going all the way to state before track's over.
I really do believe so. I believe in soccer, track, tennis, and golf. There'll be 4 different sports that April's going to be good for the Valley.
We'll write this down on stone, and then we'll come back in and make sure to say that I thought of it. Right, good. Greg Selberg, Pete Pettis, go to ball games. It's kind of hot and windy, but it looks like the rain and the cold are gone.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're out.